So welcome to You Can't Lead Others Until You First Lead Yourself. My name is Joe Urbanski with Collegiate Empowerment. I am happy, I am thrilled, I am honored that you are here. Let's get this started. 3 things we're going to cover today. I just did that. That's 1. 3 things we're going to cover today. First, we're going to focus on your vision. That's right. So I want you to put your hands up, interact with this, put your video down, whatever you're looking at it. Say vision on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Vision, right? For your life, your relationships, your career, all the different pieces that make up who you are. Then I want you to focus on your belief. So tap your chest, tap your heart, say belief, right? You start with your vision, then you got to have the belief in it. And then lastly, you have to take what? Action. You have to take a lot of action and you got to do it now. Those are 3 things I'd like to cover with you over the course of this extended video here, all right? So first, we follow our what? Vision. You can't lead others until you first lead yourself. Take 10 seconds. Solve that maze now. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, time's up. Can you solve it? Yes or no? No. See, some of you right now are saying, wait a minute, Joe, there's no exit. And you figured out really quickly there's no way that you can solve this maze. Some of you are saying, whoa, Joe, wait, I'm still trying, I'm still in it, I'm still making decisions, I'm still going left, I'm making my right turns, and guess what? If you don't have an exit, if you don't have a vision, it doesn't matter which way you go. It doesn't matter which direction you take. It doesn't matter which decisions in your life you make if it is not leading you ultimately to something bigger, something better. Your vision. Your leadership starts with your vision. And now more than ever, we need you to step up, to step in, to be courageous, and to figure out what is your vision, what is the vision for your life, your relationships, your career, your family, your spiritual self, your academic self. What is the vision for who you are? See, a long time ago, somebody walked out to a field. They picked up a potato. They picked it up and they said, hey, wait a minute. I have a vision. I'm going to stick a whole bunch of stuff in it and sell it. And you bought it. You might still have a Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head because someone had a vision. Think about that. What is this? What's going in the glass? It's water, right? And water is where? Everywhere. It's about 80% of the planet. It's everywhere. But someone said, I have a vision. Put it in a bottle, now we pay for it. Just like that, right? What is this? You're like, Joe, that's ancient technology. Yes, but this is the first ever personal computer. And without that, we wouldn't have what we now have, floating computers, right? It all starts with a vision. Everything starts with a vision. Even this guy, that is not Mickey Mouse. That is good old Steamboat Willie. That's right, Steamboat Willie. 3 circles, 1, 2, and 3. 3 circles, and now Disney is an empire. An empire, all because someone had a vision. Now Disney owns everything. ABC, ESPN, Marvel, Pixar, they own everything. They're getting there, right? Even Fox just bought Fox 21st Century Studios, right? So Disney is huge. And it all started because someone had a vision. And every time you move towards that vision, it expands. Kind of like, we'll take a look at the line all the way at the top of that, right? Where the blue meets the yellow and the yellow meets the green. That's called the what? The horizon. Now, if you were to go to the beach, put on your trunks, put on your bathing suit, and swim out to the horizon, what would happen? You would die. You're never going to get there, right? Because your vision continues to evolve as you become, as you learn, as you adapt, as you become a better version or the best version of yourself, then you have better ideas. So your vision evolves over time. So everything that you're doing right now has to evolve. It has to be adaptable and flexible. When there is a coronavirus, right, that's hitting the nation, hitting the world so hard, we have to be flexible. And our vision does not have to change immediately, but we have to figure out as we move towards that vision, what needs to shift in who we are and how we operate and how we communicate, how we connect with others. What's this? You're thinking, that's stupid. It is. That is basically a robe that somebody put on backwards, cut a hole in it, and said, I'm going to take my kid outside. That's another version of the Snuggie. And if you're thinking that's a really dumb idea, or wait a minute, that reminds me of something. Yeah, oh, what does that remind me of? I can't just... Alien! That's right! The movie Alien! Right? It's weird, right? But think about it. We can do anything when you set your vision, your mind to it, right? When you believe in it and then you take action. Anything is possible. So right now, you've got to start thinking about what is your vision? What do you want over the next couple of years? Why do we say couple of years? Let's get past that. First, you can't lead others until you first lead yourself. So you've got to start thinking about you and the immediate circle around you. Then you can start leading others because you can't take other people to a place you have not yet been. So I want you to start thinking about where you're going to go 4 years from now. Not over the next 60 days. Yeah, we got to figure that out first. Next 4 years. High school's 4 years. College is supposed to be 4 years. We elect a president every 4 years. The Olympics are every 4 years, except for this year. They're getting pushed back, so we'll see what happens with that timeline. The World Cup is every 4 years. There are 4 seasons. There are 4 elements, earth, wind, water, fire, that make up everything. So I want you to start thinking in terms of a vision as a long-term set of dreams, ideals, of where you want to go, where you want to be, who you aspire to be. You got to figure that out because that's what's going to get you excited to set goals that will get you through the next 30 to 60 to 90 days with whatever is going on right now in this universe and with this global pandemic. You've got to start thinking bigger so that you can plan small and get excited about the future, right? That's how you can stop yourself from going, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do right now. I don't know how to plan. I can't go outside. I can't connect with people. I can't do anything. You can. You need to start thinking bigger so you can connect the small dots to the bigger dots, right? It's the whole game of connect the dots. You start connecting these little dots. It doesn't look like anything until you draw the whole thing. Then you can see the bigger picture. I want you to know what that bigger picture is. Just like the people who created that connect the dot image for you, you've got to create that image. You've got to be the architect of your future because you can't lead others until you first lead who? Yourself. Now, if you love short videos, turn this off here. You're done. All right? You got enough of the ideas. But if you want to engage more, if you really want to understand further, more, how do we really jump into this? How do we dive into this? Then let's do it. Put your stuff down, put that phone down, put everything down. I want you to stand up. Go ahead, stand up, please. Stand up now. And I want you to stretch out a little bit. And I want you to put your feet about shoulder width apart, bend your knees a little bit. I want you to pull the little pins out of your hips so you can hula all the way around so you are flexible. And I want you to follow my lead. On the count of 3, I want you to raise your right arm. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. You got to make the sound effects. Otherwise, this is not as much fun. Then I'm going to ask you to turn to the right as far as you can. So 1, 2, 3, turn to the right as far as you can. Your hips are flexible. Your feet don't move. As far as you can. Lock your vision into what you're looking at. Call it out loud. I see painting. Come back. Clap. Put your hands down. Simple yes or yes. All right. Now, you went as far as you could, but in your mind, what is possible? Anything. So I want you to close your eyes. If you are driving, don't do this. Don't pull over. Pull over. Stop. And I want you to do this in your car. No, get out of your car. Do it on the side of the road. Nobody else is there, right? The coronavirus is happening. You should be in your car anyway. So, in your mind, close your eyes. Go ahead. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine yourself standing in that room wherever you are. I want you to imagine yourself raising your right arm. Imagine yourself turning to the right as far as you can. See that vision in your mind. See where you just went. And now, because anything is possible, I want you to simply go an inch further in your mind. So visualize stretching 1 inch further. Now visualize, because anything's possible, stretching 2 inches further. Now 3, 4, 5, a whole half a foot, maybe a whole foot further. Because in your mind, anything is possible. And then I want you to stretch to a new point. And I want you to say, I got this. Go ahead. I can't hear you. You're not crazy. All right. Now open your eyes. With your eyes open, let's make those sound effects. Let's do this again. Ready? Raise your right arm. 1, 2, 3. Now I want you to turn to the right past your first point to the new point that you saw in your vision. 1, 2, 3, go. Without moving your feet, go all the way. Holy crap. All right, go another inch, just because you can. Push yourself. One more time. If I was a trainer and you were in my gym, I'd say, come on, give me 2 more inches. All right, come back and clap. You went further, didn't you? Absolutely. Because we almost always can when we start with a what? A vision. And could you have gone that far the first time? 100% yes. But you didn't because of some excuse. I went as far as I thought I could. I went as far as I was comfortable with. Maybe I didn't stretch. Maybe I didn't start with a vision and I didn't believe I could go that far. Whatever those reasons are for you, we've got to get rid of those excuses. Let's call them what they are. Let's get rid of the excuses. Let's get out of our own way and understand the importance and the relevance of setting that bigger vision so that we can simply go further with our goals, right? Because goals are smart. You've heard of SMART goals, right? They're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, and they're timelined. And there is a silent B that is missing from this screen. They are boring. Goals are boring. I'm going to exercise 3 times this week. I'm going to go to the gym every single morning. I'm going to eat broccoli if it kills me every day. I'm going to wake up earlier. I'm going to go to sleep earlier. Whatever the goals are, those are boring unless they are attached to a vision. So your goals can be smart, but your vision must be fly, fascinating, lucid, and yearned for. F stands for fascinating. It's got to wake you up in the morning. It's got to keep you up at night. It's got to be something that you live for and die for. It's got to be lucid, so clear that you could see it. It's not just an imaginary dream. This is something that you can see yourself living in, being a part of, see who you are in this future version of you. And it's got to be something that you yearn for, something that you cannot wait any longer for. Your vision has got to be fly. Hey, look at that. First, lead yourself. All right? So let's look at the whole you. You got an academic side, you got a social side, you got a spiritual side, and you've got a professional side. I want you to start asking yourself this question. As you look ahead over the next 4 years, how do you want your life to be new, better, or different over the next 4 years? Academically, socially, spiritually, and professionally. How do you want your life to be new, better, or different over the next 4 years? Stop this recording, put it on pause, and start writing. That's right. You've got to start with a vision. If I haven't proven it to you already, I don't know why you are still watching this. But if you do believe it, if you do get it, you got to stop here. You got to pause. You got to write this down. The first time I really did this for myself, I really got serious. I wrote for 3 hours. I had 9 pages of notes. I'm not saying you need to stop for 3 hours and come back to this, but at least give yourself 5 minutes. Do that now. All right. Whether you did it or not, we're going to keep going. All right. So we're looking ahead at our vision. That's what leaders do. They live at a level beyond where everybody else is living. Right now, people are freaking out about the coronavirus because they can't see past what's happening right now because they don't have a vision. You need to have a vision. As you have that vision, as you set that vision, you've got to define empowering beliefs so that you can move towards it. And there's going to be some stuff that gets in your way. This right here is a pile of crap. It's a pile of manure. You're going to deal with that. You're going to have that, and it's stinky, right? But farmers look at that pile of crap in a very different way. They see it as fertilizer. So if you want to turn one thing into the other, we got to drop a little F in there. Fertilizer. Not the other F. Not the other S. We're going to make a shift, and it starts by calling this fertilizer. All right, so you got to see every problem as an opportunity. You got to see every obstacle as an opportunity. You got to see that all the obstacles you face are the raw materials for your future success. So the coronavirus is happening. How can you live better? How can you grow because of this? How can you connect more with others? How can you use this time that you wouldn't have otherwise had? How can you step outside your comfort zone of who you've always been and become better, become more? Right? Because almost everything you want in your life is just outside your comfort zone. I mean, if it wasn't, you'd have it already. That new car, that new house, that grade, that relationship that you want, that body that you want, that is outside your comfort zone. That is a goal that you set on the way to some fascinating vision that I know you are thinking about right now. So whatever goal you have on the way to that vision, think of something right now. What is something you really want to be able to accomplish over the next 90 days as it relates to your future vision, the better version of you, how you want to feel, how you want to look, how you want to act? As you focus on that, there are going to be some things that get in your way, whether it's, oh, I can't, I don't know how, I don't want to, I shouldn't, or it hurts, or what will others think? You have to let those go, because here's what happens when you do. Your comfort zone expands and you become more. And when you become more, you can achieve more. It has to start with your vision. All growth comes from getting uncomfortable with comfort, so we can be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable. So we can be comfortable with the uncomfortable. That is a proverb that I have written, and I get it wrong myself. All growth comes from getting uncomfortable with comfort, so you can be comfortable with the uncomfortable. So it starts first by getting outside your comfort zone. Break free of comfort. Right? This is what a great leader does. And lastly, take action. You start with your vision. Then define empowering beliefs. And lastly, take action. What kind of action? 3 kinds. Continue, start, and stop. Put your hands together like this. Say the words, continue. Every leader knows they need to continue doing what's working well, what they're already honoring in their progress that they're making. They need to start, snap your fingers, say start. Start doing the things that you've been procrastinating, that you thought about, that you've been putting off. And lastly, stop doing the things that are holding you back. Stop doing the things that are keeping you from stretching to that vision that you want. Take 2 minutes now. How many minutes? 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes. Pause this recording. And I want you to write down what's one thing I can continue doing, what's one thing I should start doing, and what's one thing that you should stop doing so that you can move towards your vision. What's some action you can take immediately, here and now, today, this week, this month, that will help you think past the next 60 to 90 days? What's going to help you become a better version of you, the whole you? Take a moment and do that now. All right, we're going to continue, because leadership is about purpose, not position. It does not matter what position it is. I'm not asking you what position you have. There are roles that you play in your life, and you can be a leader in every one of those roles. You can't lead others, though, until you first lead who? Yourself. And that starts with your vision, your beliefs, and your action. Thanks for taking the time to check in with us today. Make sure that you take the time to continue this, because I know something for sure. If you don't do something with a great idea over the next 12 to 24 hours, what happens to that idea? It's dead. So you need to focus on that vision, those beliefs, and those actions that you can take so you can be the best version of you, the whole you. Thanks for joining us. Take care.